Hi, my name's Tom Jensen. Welcome to Tom's Guide to a Marathon. Today I'm going to talk about the 10-mile run. Now, I'd had a rough week. I was sore and tired. It was Saturday, and I was kind of thinking about skipping the 10-mile run. But about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, the UPS truck showed up and my Nanohydrate showed up. So I was like, oh, let's see what this stuff does. Rocket fuel is what I like to call it. I got dressed for my run, drank down my Nanohydrate. I felt the buzz. Just all of a sudden, my body says, yeah, we can do this thing. So I went, and I did just fine on my 10-mile run. When I got home, I drank a lot of water. On Sunday, I slept most of the day, and then I got sick. I think I whipped a dead horse. The stuff's good, but you got to be caught up with it in order to make it work right. And so it says, yeah, you can do this thing, but I didn't. All of a sudden, all this work just kind of went into a vortex, so to speak. Just, whoof, you're sick, something's wrong. Well, I took a look at my training plan for one, and I knew there were some things in it that were a little bit extreme, but, it's a marathon plan, so I didn't worry too much about it. But we took the time to tone it down just a bit. The long runs are a lot more evenly spaced. And by toning down, that's about what I mean. I didn't cut back on anything else because, I needed it. And I need it. So I took a few days and got over being sick. Then I went to visit my brother for a few days, and I came back after a reset week. The good thing about starting early in a marathon training plan is that if something like this happens, you can have a reset week where you just say, I'm just going to start again on Monday because I feel like I'm overwhelmed, tired, and awful. And I didn't like that feeling, and so I did. Now, I had two choices. One, I could take a reset week and get started again on Monday. Two, I could just quit. There's a problem with quitting, though. The problem is that I can't. I can't quit before I try. Because what happened with my beautiful Aunt Darrell, when she turned 50, she looked at herself and went, I'm out of shape and I'm not doing any good. And so she ran a house and walked a house and ran a house and walked a house and conditioned herself up to be able to run marathons. I'm going to share her story of their 5th marathon, the St. George Marathon, the dreaded one where you're going to find out what happened. These are Darrell's words. Well, I did it again. This makes number 5 marathon, and I must say that this was the hardest one of all of them. The rain started while we were on the bus going to the start line, and it just kept on. It was cold and wet, therefore the fires really didn't want to stay lit and just didn't put out much warmth at all. We all stood around wondering, what in the world were we doing there? And yet knowing that we had 26.2 miles to go in this junk. It is pitch black at this time, and you can't see anything. So you hang on tight to your friend so you won't get lost in the crowd. Someone says, move back, clear the way, the wheelchairs are coming. We all move to give them room and send them off with a wild cheer. Now we start lining up. The only problem is that the crowd doesn't seem to move, and we're right in the front of the pack. I should be way in the back. People keep coming in front, and no one knows where they should be. So we just wait and hope for the gun. There are about 1,500 to 1,800 runners. Some of them rode the bus up and rode the bus back. Finally, the gun goes off, and we stand there waiting for the mass to start moving. After a few faltering steps, we're on our way. The cold has taken its toll because it's hard to move. At last, we are moving a little, and the joints are loosening up. Thinking all the while, what am I doing this for? I must be out of my mind. Hope I don't catch pneumonia. We are moving along at a pretty good pace and feeling better. The rain has let up a little, and there's more laughter and hellos going on around. Here comes Christy. She is doing well and loving every minute of it. The cold and wet never did bother her. She goes on past. At the 7-mile mark, Herb left me and went on his own pace. I'm the slow one. So now I'm on my own. It is raining. However, it is getting lighter, and you can almost see what is going on. By this time, my sweat jacket is soaked, and it isn't so cold, so I drop it in the truck and find me a plastic garbage bag to wear for the next 12 miles. It kept me pretty dry and kept the wind off of me. Oh boy, at about the 13-mile mark, my quadriceps tightened up on me, and I thought, oh boy, what do I do now? Keep moving and rubbing them. Had to make a pit stop, so I shed my sweatpants as they were getting wet too, and then just ran with the plastic bag. What luck, the rain is quitting. The sky's almost clear. Yay! Shed my garbage bag, and lo and behold, the rains came again and did not stop for the rest of the race. Wet only not to cold, just water pouring off my head, shoes, and socks, wet and only 4 miles to go. I'm amazed I made it this far. I know I will finish it, no matter how long it takes. Thank goodness for all of the other runners who are out there with me. We all help each other along, and it really makes the running easier. Finally, I round the corner that starts the home stretch. I think I will make it. At each intersection, there is about 3 inches of water to run through. If I thought I had wet feet before, there was no doubt about it now. I was too tired and discouraged to care about them. There in front of me is the finish line. The clock was just under 5 hours, and I was thankful for that. No sprint this time, just crossed the line. What a beautiful surprise for me. Kevin was there waiting for me, and I just fell into his arms. And he helped me to a tent where there was a blanket for me. Couldn't sit down, my legs wouldn't bend. Just stood there and dried off, and ate some oranges. It was over. My time was 4:57. It is over until the next one, and I am aiming for 4. That is my Aunt Darl's beautiful story of a marathon, and why I'll take a reset week over a quit anytime. Thanks for listening. I'm Tom Jensen.